Hey friends, this is Wayne of Ram Man Inc. Don't forget the ink. Hey, what I wanted to go over right here is our, well, it's our D200 design. And it's fairly simple. It is a two-plate design. The primary plate, 1/2 inch thick, it bolts directly to the spindle. It attaches to the spindle at the two original locations it held on the drums, and then you drill and tap the spindle right here for the two other bolts, basically 6/10 of an inch deep. So the primary bolt plate bolts on just like that. And what we have here is we have a special order item, and it took some doing to do because he's down in Australia. And A is for Australia. Yeah. So I could keep the rotors separated on all the other designs and the stacks. And of course, these use rotors from the 70s Dodges, and of course they are an 8-bolt design. But those old 3/4 tons and 1 tons, they use that large 6-bolt pattern. They use that large 6-bolt pattern, and that's what he requested. And of course we pinned and pressed these in and deleted that and revamped these rotors. And of course we had to bore for his bearings. We found out we got his bearings from England, straight out of England, the bearings and the races, because we needed to have the size in order to machine the rotor to fit. It's the rotor and the machining on the rotor that requires the time and the labor. Once you get the rotor to fit, the rest of the standard components fit. Now, of course, this is a large rotor, basically mid-70s 1 tons, and about 1.25 inches wide. They come in about 25, 28 pounds, so these are heavy. Big old heat sinks, that's what a rotor is. A rotor is just a heat sink. It is converting brake system just converts kinetic energy into thermal energy. And that energy's got to go somewhere. And Mr. Rotor, the rotors is what take the energy. And of course, this heavy-duty secondary plate bolts on. It is 3/8 of an inch. Great big old spacers and great big 1/2 inch bolts secure this on here. And of course this is your typical 70s style big mouth GM caliper 7-inch pins, actually 7/50,000 pins, designed for your big trucks. Well, not big trucks, but Blazers, 3/4 tons and 1 tons. Wide mouth allows them to take a thick rotor. So there we go. So we got the Australian unit done. It bolts right up, and like I said, it has that super rare 6-bolt type design used on a lot of those early trucks. So some of them had 9/16, some of them had 5/8 studs, and what have you. So anyway, getting ready to ship this out. He's been extremely patient. Gonna be, well, it's gonna, not this design, but it's gonna be the first one in the world down in Australia. Because the bearings were very peculiar, not 200 and not 300 in between, and the fact that it is a 6 lug down there on that continent. So he's going to be the only one in the world with that combination, as we call it in the cars, right? Resto jobs. One of one. God bless you. God bless America. And happy trucking.